do you have $10,000 in the bank account? Actually, in a separate bank account, just so you can fix your truck.
Dude, that's what I tell everybody. Like, you go on Facebook and you see these kids who are like, I just was looking at diesels for my first truck. Do you have 10 grand in your savings account, and do you have a job that pays more than 50 grand a year?
Yeah, and it's like, can you afford the truck payment plus the repairs monthly? Oh boy, that's definitely our problem. We got some oil here, but it doesn't appear to be an oil pan leak. Yeah, we'll figure it out later. We got to bring the truck back down, but it's hitting your drive shaft and it's spinning and it's just kicking all over the side. But it's a good rust preventative, I'd say. So we're back with another awesome episode with the Ford Powerstroke 2011 6.7 liter. So the last video we did on this truck, it had excessive blow by. He paid $27,000 for this truck, and I was asking you guys in the comments, is that a good deal or not? When we popped the hood, we saw a lot of excessive blow by coming out of the oil cap. When you pull the oil cap, you'll see it coming out of the crankcase. And it didn't look good, especially for it being a rebuilt motor. We did some more digging and we realized that it was a crankcase ventilation. We'll talk more about that, but we even have more issues with this truck, which we are gonna put on the hoist and show you. I'm not exactly sure. Actually, before we get started, Nick, go ahead and pop the hood, start the truck. Let's check that ventilation and see if it got any better.
It's actually gonna be worse than last time because the hose fell off in a customer's driveway. So my port there is wide open, so it's venting right into the engine bay. So you'll see it, and you know,
it probably smells good, huh?
Oh, it smells amazing.
Yeah, it's good for your health. Sounds good though. Purrs like a kitten.
Yeah, no, it runs really good.
You want to pull that oil cap? Yeah, you're right. It's not going to be as good as that. Blow by, but new rings, new pistons, new everything. Yeah.
So I was very thankful to the fellows in the comments there, just kind of explaining what goes on with these 6.7s with the crankcase ventilation. That was very comforting.
It's normal-ish.
It is. It's very normal for these apparently. So especially with a reroute system. So I got some hose in the back, and we're just going to route it all the way to the back of the truck, but it's not coming up under the cab. That's one of the worst things about that, is if it's vented into the engine bay or right under the cab, if you don't have the recirculate going on your fan, literally those vapors come right into the cab and it stinks.
Either way, we're getting too much into this. Let's go ahead and take it on a test drive. He's got some really concerning issues. He's going to drive it to Chicago.
The only thing that happens is when you're pulling out into the road from an intersection, under throttle, turning hard, the steering wheel sticks. The steering itself kind of sticks to one side or the other. Okay, so if you're under throttle, I didn't do it that time, of course, so right now, steering is perfectly straight. It steers great, right? I guess let's wait till we get up to this intersection. We'll see if it does.
So you're saying when it turns, it actually like stays in one spot for a little bit.
So it feels like it sticks to that side. When you try to bring it back to center, then it pulls really hard to the side that you were just turning, and the steering wheel's off. Yeah. I don't know, 15 degrees, something like that.
It's not getting back in the same direction it should have been. Yeah.
Right. And then you have to correct it by going the opposite direction. But then if you do the same thing going the opposite, it does it both ways. So the assumption is U-joints are sticking.
U-joints. So it could be the needle bearings in the U-joints. Yes. It could be some slop in the joints themselves.
That's and as far as I know, these are the original 252,400 mile U-joints. Possibly.
So you got a 250,000 miles on this truck.
On the chassis, yes.
Oh,
so I have no idea if those are original. They can't be original at this mileage.
I don't know. Let me know in the comments, guys. Have you seen U-joints last that long? I think so.
I don't know. It seems like it's like intermittent. But if I'm pulling out under throttle, nope, didn't do that time either. So
it's because
it's because you're here. Come on, man.
Well, do you have to go under throttle like that, or can you just turn normally?
Nope. It will not do it if I'm turning gently.
So it's almost like when you turn the steering wheel, it's binding it a little bit. Not binding it, but it's you're going fast.
Maybe it's only when
it's hanging.
The internals are hot. I don't know.
It's not doing it now, eh?
No.
Okay, we're just gonna go.
You're here, man.
Video over.
Right? Why are you here?
Front end problems. I know all about it. You know, I'm a GM guy, so I mean, this is nothing.
I've got less front end problems than you do. Oh man.
Yes. Watch it do it right now. As you're pulling in the driveway.
No. You can feel it when you're trying to come back to center. You can feel it getting stuck.
Let's just go ahead and get it in the garage. Get it on the hoist.
I'll bet you when we pull those U-joints, we'll actually be able to feel some play.
Well, let's see. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and pull these U-joints now. Yep. Safety first. Yeah. See how much far forward this is.
Check this out.
Oh, don't just stop. Right. Yeah, we're gonna be safe about this. Can't forget those jacks when we lower the truck, of course. Right. Actually, that's happened once before. Believe it or not, that was scary. Yeah, it happened to me once.
No.
Yeah, I was lowering my truck and I forgot that I had the jack on the very back of the truck. Oh, it was scary. Yeah, you see it?
No, that's not the U-joint, is it? That's the seal.
Yeah, it's the seal.
That U-joint.
That seal's blown. So
the U-joint isn't moving too much, actually. It's the seal.
Straight axle. Yeah, this is where it's at, man. But it does seem like they come with their own set of problems. Let me know in the comments if you own a Ford F-250 Plus and you guys had any issues. Let me know in the comments. What are some of the problematic issues with these front ends? So we forgot the grease gun. We at least need that. Oh, safety first.
With your driving?
You hear that turbo?
Oh, man. That sounds amazing.
It does sound good, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
This is the, everybody already knows this, but for some of you guys just stopping in, this is the RDS 64mm 9-blade turbo. They just came out not too long ago. And they're a hoot, to say the least. They definitely... Wow. Well, the truck moves. It's a lot faster than it used to be.
People say that the 6-liter has the best sounding turbo out there. Maybe that's for a stock truck.
6-liter does have the best sounding turbo. I do the 03 turbos.
Maybe on a stock truck, but this thing,
yeah, this thing moves.
I love that flutter at the low end.
Oh yeah.
So cool.
Well, even like when I get on the turbo, that surge noise isn't the best, but it sounds good. Like when it, oh, it didn't do it that time, but.
It's a Friday morning, they don't care.
Yeah. Me and my engine light.
Everybody's at work.
So we're back in the garage. He's getting the hose for the ventilation. That's a 1-inch, that's all he can find, but it'll be fine. Dude, I can't believe you're up there. Look at this.
I have faith in your jacks.
I got it on eBay for $60.
eBay jacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, just don't jump. Don't jump. Dude, don't jump. Don't do it. Don't even do it. Oh, boy. That's definitely our problem. That's why the seal is so blown out.
Yeah, it's moving a lot.
Oh, that sucks. So these do have to get replaced.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy that you did that because we were rattling around. We didn't really notice anything, but I guess if you're going up and down.
I guess what you have to do is move the actual shaft itself.
That shaft up and down.
Well, actually side to side.
Do that again. Yeah, I guess it would be side to side. And up and down.
Look at how much that's moving. That U-joint's toast.
Dude. Just, unfortunately, we can't, yeah. No, unfortunately.
Is that one bad too?
It's
not as bad?
It's not as bad. But there's definitely play in it, side to side, up and down. Not as bad as that side, though. All right, so we have our seals. This is going to be the outer seal, from my understanding, which we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull off the old one, put the new one on. And then we have, this is the inner seal. It's Napa part, and it's powered by... I act like I know what I'm doing over here on this Ford. Ooh, it's full of dirt. Ooh. It does not sound like a baby rattle.
Right. I think it's off. Yep, that's off.
Sweet. Woohoo! There we go. Look at your brake shield. It's in good shape, man. That's a winner. Yeah. It's like suctioned in there.
Boom.
Oh, before we do anything, I want to mark orientation somehow, because I don't want to put it in the wrong direction. So like, it came out like this, right? So maybe if we want to draw a line or something. Yeah, see, they got the splines on the back there. This is way different than a Chevy for sure. Way more beefier. And that seal is Dunsky in there, which we're gonna have to replace.
Oh yeah.
As you guys can see, this is where he's getting his play right there. Look at that. Not so much up and down.
Not here or here so much, but right here.
Two of the four sides are just toast.
I can only imagine what that sounds like.
It doesn't sound like anything.
Really?
No.
Sheesh. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and beat these off, and then we'll get the seal off. Ooh, maybe we should get the seal off first.
Just grab your air hammer.
Yeah, man, that thing better work.
There it goes.
Pound that one out, and then we'll do these.
Love the sunglasses, by the way.
I actually lost my eye protection. I don't know where it went. Wow, that one's in good. There we go. That one's seized in there pretty good, though. We got to get that one out. If I can still get it out. There you go.
There it goes. Whew. Let's look at the inside.
Smoked. There's supposedly supposed to be needle bearings in there. Yeah, they're not. They're flat bearings. They're flat bearings. That's what they call them.
Those are gonna roll really good.
So yeah. Go ahead and pound this one off, put the new one on, and then we'll go ahead and get this axle back on there. All right, so I was able to get the seal out, and this sucks right here. Check this out, look at that. I mean, here's the new seal. So I went ahead and just put a bunch of axle grease on there. Ran into a little bit of an issue though. So basically, when I put it here, right, we got to press it in. So that's the important part. It's got to get pressed in. The driver that we have, this big old girl right here, will not obviously go all the way in to press it in, because this is for the outer seal, or the inner outer seal, if you will. So how do I get that in there? I don't have like I need something this circumference right here that I can put in there and just tap it in. I don't have that tool. Ooh. Duramax piston. No way. Hold on. Let's see here. Here, come on over here. Let's see here. It matches just perfectly. Look at that. Maybe a little bigger. I don't know. Look, we even have a little area back here we can tap her in. Duramax piston fixing Ford stuff. Alright. U-joints installed. We're gonna go ahead and slide that in and then go ahead and get that seal pressed in. By the way, I was joking about that seal in there with the piston. I actually did get it in correctly. So moving right along, we were able to get the hub off of this side. This is the driver's side right here. We got the passenger side already done. We're gonna go ahead and finish this up off camera, and then we'll go ahead and take it on a nice little test drive. And I'm pretty sure everything will be okay. What do you think?
So the other side seems nice and tight. You said already done.
No, not yet. No, it actually took us a while, guys.
It took a long time.
Honestly, that probably took us like 4 hours because we were getting hung up on something. I don't really want to talk about it, but let's just keep moving. As you guys can see, there's no play at all. We're good. We're all set up.
Nothing. It's all good.
Now the big Ford stupid duty is ready to run. Okay, so we're at like day 2 right now. We did not film the reaction because we had to leave or something, or it was raining.
I had to take off.
Yeah, you had to take off.
Yep.
We ran out of time.
Yeah.
That job was pretty extensive. It may have not looked like that in the camera, but it really was.
Well, it took a long time.
It did.
We were fighting those U-joints really bad. At least on the passenger
I hope I
side.
never have to do that ever again.
You went hog wild with the sledge.
Yeah, I don't know if that was on the video, but anyways, so let's talk about this really quick. You've been on the job. I know that what you do for a living, you use this truck for your livelihood.
Yeah. About 1,000 miles a week. So actually, since I left here, I think I've put about 400 miles on it. Actually.
Oh wow, that was quick.
Well, you remember with the last test drive we did, where I was trying to tell you how it actually wasn't working right, how it was binding up in the steering, and it hadn't done that since. And it's, I don't know, it's perfect.
It's perfect.
So
no
it's
issues.
Perfect. No issues at all. No binding.
Shouldn't be.
No, everything's all nice and tight. So you showed that earlier in your garage. You saw the couple spots of oil in there. I did an underbody wash. Well, I got under it the next day, and sure enough, there's still some oil. We're gonna have to put it back up in the air to figure out where that oil is coming from, but there's nothing in the valley. There's a little bit of residue back in there from where the CCV tube is coming out of the head there, but don't know.
It's leaking oil.
It is leaking a little bit of oil.
Man, oh man. Do you wish you would have went back and just not have bought the truck?
Oh no, I love.
You should have got a Duramax. You should have got a Cummins. A Cummins would have been fun.
Yeah, but the rest of the truck, it's terrible with those things. Yeah, I've got no beef against Duramaxes. I don't like the interiors of the Cummins, but there's nothing wrong with the Duramax.
All right, let's trade her in. Let's go to the dealership. Let's do it. Before they catch that leak. Let's go, guys. We're going to take it on a little rip. For having that S300, I don't know what it is, S369 or whatever you have underneath there, it's nice and quiet and subtle. I mean, it shouldn't really whistle too much, but
when the engine's warm, when it's a little cold, it
kind of loud.
It barks a little bit when you start it up. So this thing drives perfectly straight down the road.
And it wasn't before?
It was. I've never had an issue with the steering going straight down the road. It's just when I was turning hard to one side under throttle, coming back to center, it would bind up and keep pulling real hard that one direction, and I have to actually go back the opposite way to correct it.
Right.
Which is why we figured U-joints. But I haven't had any issues.
I'm glad this worked out for you, man. And actually, just today we were talking on the phone because he was going to bring it over here so we can close this video out, and I was just like, you know, it's like it just never fails. You know, you fix one thing on one of these trucks, and then just like shortly after that, or even before that, you knew something was going on, and it just gets worse and worse, and you think you fixed something, and it's like
it's the second law of thermodynamics, man.
It's like, why?
Everything falls apart.
There should be a rule, like, do you have $10,000 in the bank account, actually in a separate bank account, just so you can fix your truck?
Dude, that's what I tell everybody. Like, you go on Facebook and you see these kids who are like, I just was looking at diesels for my first truck. Do you have 10 grand in your savings account, and do you have a job that pays more than 50 grand a year?
Yeah, and it's like, can you afford the truck payment plus the repairs monthly? It's nuts. It's
maintenance. I mean, driving 1,000 miles a week, maintenance is expensive on any vehicle, but more so on a diesel for sure.
Absolutely.
But then I also have the farm, and we use this and the Excursion with the 7.3 to haul
the horses,
all the time.
The hay, everything.
Yeah, horses, hay, random trailers, my flatbed.
Sounds good. No more boost leaks. So this is the journey that we're having. I know I'm kind of waiting on, actually, let me just tell you, since you've waited this far into the video, I'm waiting on tuning for the Wife Max. I'm also waiting on a few other little parts to come in, and then we're gonna go ahead and close that out. I know some of you guys have been just hounding me about that truck, and trust me, I want it done just as badly as you do. So definitely subscribe to his channel. He just started a YouTube channel like yesterday. He's only got 2 subscribers. I will be his 3rd subscriber. It's called Diesel Ranch. I'll leave that link in the description or in the comments below, whatever. And also, before I let you guys go, definitely get entered in to win that turbo, man. That thing is sweet. Yes, that 9-blade. Everyone's wanting one. Even if you don't own a diesel, get into it anyways, because you could just sell the thing for like $2 grand. It's a super nice turbo. It's part of the history of my channel. It used to be my old turbo, and the thing is sweet now. And then also the second place winner will win that Artie Diag 800 BT. It's a pretty sweet scan tool. So there will be 2 winners. So get entered in, link in the description, truckmasterdiesel.com. Again, I do appreciate your time as always. Give me some feedback on the, what was it, $26,000 on this truck you spent?
27, yep.
$27,000. Was it worth it? Was it not? Would you pay that much for it? It does have some performance modifications that were done of some pretty high dollar, if you will, if you guys catch my drift. And this thing would spank my L5P, I think. But either way, it's not a bad price, but with all the issues that these trucks have, I don't know if it would be worth it. I know it's got a rebuilt motor.
24,000 miles on the motor now. Yep.
Well, hopefully we can work out all the kinks, you know.
Yeah, well, the chassis is 254,000 miles old.
Dude, that's crazy.
So
yeah, it's.
But I mean, these trucks will go for a long time. I'm not too worried about it lasting.
Keeping up on the maintenance.
Just got to keep fixing the little things as they come up. Yep.
Well, we'll see you on the next one. Subscribe on your way out. Stay tuned. Oh yeah, we're ready to go.